Well, I'd like to welcome you to the Valle Hermoso, Philippines HO train layout. I just thought I would share a little bit of some of the things that have transpired since I started. This is my first time at doing HO trains, actually at any trains as far as that goes. And it was quite a process because I'm realizing there's a lot more to setting up your railroad than meets the eye. So it was interesting. First thing I had to find out was I had to go on the internet, going to YouTube, and realizing that, my gosh, there's many different train scales. There's DC, DCC, analog, all these different things that, of course, I had no idea. I didn't know that the train was called a loco, or that the caboose and they were called, what do you call those? You call them, gosh, I can't think of what it is now. Rolling stock. Yeah, so, and then the different types of track. Oh my gosh, it was really kind of confusing at first. But I'll tell you what, thanks to YouTube and to the trained people on YouTube, really helped a lot. You just had to do some research, actually a lot of research. I ended up going to AnyRail, which actually was very helpful in the sense that I took my room, which was basically 11 feet by 6 feet, which is actually my office in my recording studio. So it was interesting because I couldn't figure out how am I going to put a train, an HO train, in this room and without moving all of my equipment. So then I realized that, well, now some of the trains they have different levels. So I just said, okay, I'll just make a level, pick a level that's above where my working area is, and then I can still have the train, but I can still do my work. I can still do my music and recording and whatever. So the next problem was that how are you going to lay out your train track? That was the other interesting thing because obviously, which is such a small space, there was lots of people doing trains, the 4x8 sheet of plywood or using a door or whatever. So I studied my room and I made drawings and laying out different things. And so I came up with this idea of how to lay my room out using only 2 sheets of plywood. Actually, 1/2 inch plywood, 2 sheets. No 2x4s, no 2x2s, all plywood. And it worked out really good. So you've seen, actually, if you've watched on my channel, the different cab rides and the different sequels that I have done so far. All of these I have done with my cell phone because my computer broke down, and the only thing otherwise, that's why I haven't done really anything at this point, because I can't really edit as easily on the cell phone as I can on my computer. Plus, I'm in the Philippines. Now, another interesting thing in the Philippines, if you order something, say from eBay, it costs, like in America, if you had a loco, a standard loco, it probably costs maybe $10, maybe 14 or 15, depending. But to Philippines, you're looking at $40 or $50, and then it takes a month, and then it might not show up. Lots of dishonesty in that area. So, luckily, I have a friend, a Filipino friend that's in America, and they do what they call a door-to-door box. So what we've done is I've ordered things on eBay, had it shipped to their address. They put it in a door-to-door box and then send it to me. So right now I'm waiting for my second batch of things because the door-to-door box takes 2 to 3 months. So when I buy something in America, I have to wait 2 or 3 months before it'll show up here in the Philippines. So it's taking me very long to do this, but at least now I'm over halfway through, and it's working out pretty well. There was quite a few people on the YouTube channel that really helped, and there was many people there. One talking about buying used trains, which is, I will agree. He said it's not really the best thing to do, and I can attest to that because actually I've only had one problem with one of my trains, but it can be a serious problem because you're not really knowing what you're getting if it's not new. And just like it says, it is used. Now that depends on used, heavily used, lightly used, whatever. So it's been interesting. And then, oh golly, then I ordered some trains, and come to find out that that train was DC. My setup is DCC. So, oh boy, I had to buy some decoder, DCC decoder, and try to install into my trains, which some of them it worked and some it was a pain because you go into the locomotives, holy steam guys, and they're really, I hate to say, but they're a pain to take apart. And for us older people, it's not really too much fun. So I've had a good time though. I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. I'm just, well, like I say, I'm waiting for my next batch of door-to-door boxes for some of my other things to show up. So I just wanted to let you know that how I've kind of come about doing my system, and we'll be giving you some more info later. So we'll see you for now. Bye-bye.